Well, Captain Scarborough was a gentleman, very professional. It made you want to straighten your tie out and comb your hair.
You had radios, but there was a lot of whistle signals like hello, goodbye, and Kenny was always the first one on the ship's whistle. It was like 3 long blasts of farewell, and we'd answer with that 3 long blasts. Good pilot. It was Easter Sunday, 1969. He was baptized a Catholic that day. They had a big family affair, and he might have stopped in and told the launch service people hello, goodbye. I'm officially a Catholic today. And I thought that would be Kenny. The night of the accident, I was tied up at Tulu Street on the tug Habibiso. And I could see the river was rising, more current in the river than you normally have that time of the year. And there was an outbound ship coming around Algiers Point. One of my deckhands on the tug told me that was the steamship Union Faith, and Captain Kenny Scarbrough was the pilot.
I was sitting in the wheelhouse, and I looked up the river, and I seen the barges, towboat, southbound coming downstream. And I glanced to the right, and I heard the ship's whistles blowing, and I seen the bow of the ship coming through the bridge, and then the two collided right abeam of me. And there was a small explosion, and then a big one. And I called for everyone to get off the boat but for one volunteer. They were sliding down ropes onto Douglas's boat, and we couldn't get alongside because of the fire. I had a radio. I called the launch services to come up and get the survivors. Once we cleared the bridge, the ship started turning, and the fire was noisy, so I didn't hear the anchors fall, but they did.
And I saw some Chinese crewmen jump off the ship, and what they were doing was they were jumping off the ship into burning water. My deckhand, one of his name was affectionately known as Foots. He said, Cap, we're going to lose some. And I ran down out the wheelhouse, and I leaned over the side and grabbed one of the Chinese hands. And he wasn't that big of a guy. I didn't know why he was so heavy. My deckhand grabbed me around my chest and pulled me, and this guy was holding on to 2 more. About that time when everything's going on, one of the pilots asked, where's Kenny at? Kenny Scarbrough. And another pilot said, well, the last I heard, he was heading up to the bow to drop the anchors. The Rialto was maybe a ship length below where the Union Faith was burning. And I know about Commander Duckworth's investigation. When he finally found the report and investigated everything, sure, they actually saw Kenny Scarbrough running up the deck up to the bow of the ship. They were putting the fire out, and I could see that ship listing. And sometime after midnight, the ship sunk right there. If he wouldn't have dropped those anchors, they'd still be rebuilding that part of New Orleans again. For Kenny Scarbrough, it wasn't just a pilot on a ship that died. It was a pilot on a ship that died doing the ultimate he possibly could, while caught into a horrific accident with his seamanship, kept that ship in a position that allowed my tug and Chris's tug to save that many people. He's in that watery grave in the Union Faith. But I know from this port and from this association, he will never be forgotten.